the 30. The 71 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that. The nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Yellow. Yellow. Hey, 43.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Yellow.
2nd and 10. Handoff here, Guerendo. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And did he get the feet down? Yes, touchdown. Jalen Hyatt, his first touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Tucker now for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Next to score, Rams 24, Seahawks 14.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 40-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Throwing Nix. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. Complete on the comeback route. That's Shakir. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 22 yards there, a first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Mustang 19. 69 79 Bronco. Set go.
Nix from the shotgun. He lets it go deep for Olave.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown.
Chris Olave.
45 yards.
And the Seahawks have got it back to within a score. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
91 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Mahomes going to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Throwing now is Mahomes. This is Fant on the short completion. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Now it's Mahomes again. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout called. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Second and long. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Working out of the gun is Nix. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
15. Hey, 43, 43, 15.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Completed to Hyatt. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Now Mahomes. That's Samuel, caught left side. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Hey, 15, 15, 15. Yellow.
Mahomes going to change things up.
Hey, Sunday.
On the ground, here's Garindo.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that.
It looks like they'll move things around here.
43.
Mahomes escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
But this red zone is where the Seahawk crowd really makes it tough for an offense to communicate. It's 3rd down.
Mahomes now to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
Here's Nix.
And his throw is incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
To throw is Nix.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away, and it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. They're going. It's Nix.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. Here's a quick throw caught by Allen. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And the Rams are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Hey, 57, 57.
Now it's Garindo.
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. 2nd and goal from the 1. Off the option, that's complete. Touchdown! Keenan Allen, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Rams are able to stretch out their lead. Had the option there, read it perfectly, and an easy little touchdown toss.
And it has to be a sharp throw, too, because of where they are on the field. The extra traffic, things are condensed near the goal line. Good route by the receiver as well.
So the call's made by Sean McVay. They're going to go for 2.
Yellow, yellow.
Will line up for the 2-point conversion.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Mahomes now going to lead his guys up for the 2-point try.
Yellow.
The Rams will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll try and throw for it. Eluding the pressure right. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion no good. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, You understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Now it's Nix. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To throw, here's Nix. And that will be incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively, and you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Here we go, set.
They'll go for it. Here's Nix. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. They'll run with Garindo. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. So from the 26-yard line, here's the 2nd and 9. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. This red zone is where the Seahawk crowd really makes it tough for an offense to communicate. It's third down.
15.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. He's going to let down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now a handoff as they run left side. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
Easy. Yellow.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown. Noah Fant. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Rams look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Ready? 19 tight. tight. 19, 70 range, 70 range. Roll, roll, roll.
Nix to the air. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Warriors 70, Dragon 60. Shut up. 7 Pirates, 7 Buffalo 18. Check smash, check smash. Mustang 19. Check go.
Operating from the gun. Nix. Throw left side complete. That's Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
79 Broncos.
Back to throw again. Flush to his right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it, and he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
Here we go. 18, Pioneer.
Operating from the gun. Here's Nix. Going underneath. He's got Hockenson. And, he takes a shot at the end of that play.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Throwing Nix. Looks again for T.J. Hockenson, and he's got him again.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
19 Lion. 19 tight. 19 tight. Ready.
2nd and 5. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. His first NFL reception goes for 6.
And the Seahawks have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Hey, 57, 57. First one.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And he's going to have a Rams first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football.